Welcome back to Vision Nightclub Online. Tonight we're sitting down backstage with Ronski Speed. What were some of the first things that kind of inspired you into production and DJing?
When I started, it was, I think, in the end of the 1990s, so it was like more like the sound of Paul van Dyk and Way Out West, BT and stuff like that. But you see, after, it's now 15 years ago or 10 years ago, and you see so many things are changing. Even trance music, it developed a big time during the past years, and it's but I think it's a great development, and I'm very happy to be part of it.
How has the change in the electronic dance music scene affected your productions?
Yeah, the thing is, if you listen to all the stuff, the new sounds, you also try to produce like that, to produce a little bit more edgier, a little bit more progressive, because the sound I made like for 10 years ago, it's not the sound I like to produce right now, because after a while a certain sound getting a little bit boring, and then you try new things and try new sounds and stuff like that. So this is basically the thing I always loved, I always play in my DJ sets, and that's also the thing I would like to produce.
You mentioned a lot of your influence comes from like Depeche Mode, Paul van Dyk, Pet Shop Boys. What influences outside of electronic dance music do you have that kind of go into your productions?
Yeah, actually, it's still that kind of rock and pop music. Yeah, let's say like Snow Patrol or some like really cool independent bands who are doing like the 80s sound from to bring in a new style, which is pretty much the stuff I can really put in my car and listen to it all the time, which is pretty much inspiring me a little bit outside of the trance scene. But I think it is the same style, it's melodical, it's with vocals and stuff like that. So this is basically the stuff I'm very much inspired of.
When you do manage to squeeze in a little bit of downtime, what's some of your favorite things to do outside of producing?
Oh, actually, I'm very normal, I like to watch a good movie, a good TV series, hang around with friends, having a party, and then especially if you're traveling all the time, it's very important that you meet your family, your friends from time to time. Otherwise, you will lose them. This is basically the point I'm concentrating on. Just keeping a little bit in contact with the people I know for a long time.
What are some of the most memorable shows that you've had recently?
There's so many great shows, like every week you're in a different country and so on, but definitely very memorable was I was playing at New Year's Eve in Vietnam, in Hanoi, which was there was 40,000 people or something on the biggest place there in Hanoi, and they had let's say a very unstable stage, which was 10 meters high. And it was shaking a little bit around, while my set, was very slim and high. And during my set, suddenly my CDs were falling down, like 10 meters down, Imagine that. And I was checking there, and there were no CDs anymore, And fortunately, already a guy went down and then put my CDs upstairs. So for let's say 5 minutes, I only had 2 CDs who were in the CD player and didn't know what's on it, But it went good, and all the CDs overcome it, you know. And I'm very happy about that. That nothing bad has happened.
Well, on behalf of Ronski and Vision Nightclub, I'm Phil Rizzo, and we hope you guys enjoy the show.